So here we are. This is our turbocharger, and this is the system where it would be installed. We saw where it was on the engine earlier, but now what you're actually seeing is just the air system and the exhaust gas system. You can see, in fact, let's just start by the turbocharger. We have our turbocharger, although it's slightly rusty. And then we can see there's some piping. We have an aftercooler. And then we have our combustion chamber and our piston. If you ever see a turbocharger, or if you're looking at an engine, you'll be able to identify it. You'll also be able to identify it because it's connected to two separate systems. This side here connects to the air system. This is drawing air into the engine. And we're going to use that air for combustion because it contains oxygen. Look on the other side, we've got a turbine. This is a gas turbine, and what we're going to do, we're going to pass exhaust gas over the turbine, and we are going to cause the turbine to rotate, and this turbine is connected on a common shaft to the compressor. We have a compressor and we have an air inlet. We compress the air, we then burn it in the combustion space. We then discharge it to a turbine. In this case, it would be a gas turbine. Then we have exhaust out, and perhaps we have a generator, or maybe we'll even use a combustion turbine for aircraft. The advantages with the turbocharger are that there is increased efficiency. Thermal efficiency increases by up to 15%. So we have an increased overall engine efficiency. We also increase the power output of the engine, and this gives us a higher power to weight ratio. So you have to imagine here we're probably adding less than 5% of the engine's total weight because the turbocharger itself is not very big, but our maximum power output may increase by up to 25%.